Hi guys. Today is Monday, February the 20th. It's President's Day here in the States. That means absolutely nothing unless you work at a bank or some kind of government office. We celebrate dead presidents, I think. What it really means is it's the end of one thing and the beginning of other. Well, at least in Kid Wiggle Land. Let's see, I will recap. For the past 2 months, I've done my own kind of thing. I've used the tools that I have at the house, some stuff that I found on the internet, and I created full body workouts and splashes of cardiovascular stuff in incorporation with practical and explosive maneuvers elsewhere. For the past 2 months, I've essentially done a P90X hybrid, taking the weight training days from P90X to the extreme as far as I'm concerned, with the ability of what I have in the house, utilizing my weights and rubber bands and just about anything else I could get my hands on that I thought would help me. I did. For the cardio days, I utilized the tougher routines from Insanity, the ones that work me the best, the ones that for some reason or another I push myself harder on those Insanity routines. I also used a couple full body workouts intermittently throughout, which I've linked through paying attention. And I'd have to say I did all right for 2 months. I think I did pretty good. There was a part towards the end, like I felt, because I didn't actually plan 2 months. I just kind of winged it, seat of my pants stuff. So what ended up happening was I did, P90X's structure of lift day, cardio day, throughout with some modification to the recovery weeks. And it worked out great, but towards the end, I was just kind of like, well, what do I do next? I was going off what my body was telling me it needed. If I felt like I could do a real hard cardio day, that's what I did. If I felt like I could do, or if I wanted to do weights on a day after I did weights, I would do the full body stuff. And it worked out great. Just I can tell where structure can go a long, long way. There were those days when you're not mentally prepared for it, maybe is the word. And it's cool when you have a system in place, or you're following a schedule, because then you just have to push the button. In my case, on days like that when I really didn't feel like showing up to play, not only did I just have to push the button, I had to will myself to figure out what it was that I was going to do. And it sounds horrible, but I guess it wasn't all that bad. When I started 2 months ago, I weighed 168 pounds. That's what I came off of, the Insanity at 168. Not in a bad way, just 168. That's what the number was. Sometimes you just have to deal with it. And lo and behold, I started dropping weight. Which leads me to today. Today, obviously, I've not worked out yet. It's about 2:45 in my place, and I plan on today's gonna be the first day of Insanity. I'm gonna do a for real fit test today. I did one towards the middle of last week. I did one a fit test and just got some base numbers, which was really cool because I felt good that day and I really went after it. So I set the bar pretty high to see what my numbers are today. Shall be interesting. I did an official weigh-in. It's the one I weighed in my little log thing. I I weigh 160 pounds. That's 8 pounds down for those 2 months that I kind of did my own thing. So whatever, it was working. It was working. My attitude towards insanity has not changed at all. I'm excited about doing it. It's 2 months. I just just needed to know, I think. My wife was asking me, she's like, well, if you like your weight so much, and I complained the whole time last time. I was like, I need to wait, and I need to do the weight. And I guess there's nothing that stops me from doing those weights, but like, you know, my cardio went through the roof when I did Insanity. Like, I noticed within the first 2 weeks. Now, some of that's you're not familiar with the moves, like the kicks. You're just not, or I wasn't accustomed to doing them, so I struggled with them. And you're just not ready for it. So now that I have an expectation, and that's what I kind of want to see how far I can take it. I want to see if I brutalize myself in the same kind of way that I do with the Insanity, if the results will be the same. One moment. And I just need to know. I didn't lose any weight. I ate a lot more, but I still felt hungry almost daily. We'll see. There's just as many question marks going into this round of Insanity as there was in the first one. They're just different question marks. So that's my attitude going into it today. Like, I'm really just gonna go hard on the workouts, and I'm gonna leave it all out there and see what happens. I'll be food logging, of course, and I'm going to try to keep my eating the way it normally is through P90X. I'm always protein heavy, and then if my body feels like it needs it, I will ramp up calories and carbs as needed in small increments. Now, I've been anywhere from 14 to 1600 calories during my cutting phases so far. I mean, that's kind of the magic number for me. If I'm working hard, 14 to 16 has been the answer, and I've had pretty consistent weight loss throughout. I think these past 2 months were a testament to that. Like, if I'm working at a certain level and I'm getting the right foods in the right amounts, that I will lose. Why I didn't before, I have no idea. None whatsoever. Maybe I just wasn't eating enough. And when I went through Insanity, like 1,800 calories was pretty standard, and I still felt, you know, sluggish, like I could use more. So whatever. My body changed a lot throughout the first round. I took daily pictures last time. I'll take daily pictures this round, and we'll see. A picture is worth 1,000 words always, and sometimes you can't see see the change on the scale, but you can in your performance, and you can in a picture. I know that I found a couple of dominoes the last time I did Insanity that weren't there before. So, I don't know. Outlook is good. I feel great. Let's see. March, April, somewhere in the end of April is when I'll be done. As far as videos go, right now I plan on doing a daily video, but it will be at the nighttime. Videos can be cumbersome, but they've always been cumbersome because I kind of do them after my workouts. But I mean immediately after, like as soon as I get done. And sometimes I care for my children in the evening time. I'm responsible for making sure they get all their homework done, they clean their rooms. I get supper prepared. They get reading time and baths at night, tuck them in, all that stuff. Like that's on me while I include my workout into the scenario. So what I'm gonna do is I plan on giving you a daily video, but it's gonna be at night. It's gonna be right before I go to sleep, which is normally about 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m. And we'll see. I think it'll be the first time I do that one. We'll just see how it works out. I have no idea about the weekends and stuff. I still intend on making the videos. The only day you wouldn't get a video would be on Sunday probably. And it's it's how I'm going to share the journey with you guys. I think what you'll get from me at a nighttime video is a very sleepy Kid Wiggle. And I'll most likely be recapping how the day went versus, how excited I am about the next day. But we'll see. Change it up for everybody. Kid Wiggle to 513.